Hello and welcome back. Hope you're all safe and well. As you see in the title, we've had a few problems with our tow car. For those of you who've been watching the channel for a while, you know we've got a 2011 2-litre Ford Kuga, which is 163 brake horsepower, and it's the 4-wheel drive version. I mentioned in the last vlog when we did an update of the Kuga that during the winter months there are sometimes some faults that appear on the car when it's really cold. Now this has happened nearly every year, but this year it's been slightly different. This year we've had, when it's really cold, we've had engine malfunction, we've had problems with the 4-wheel drive. No problems, but it's flashing up on the dashboard, and it's not been starting a few times. It's a good job that I keep the leisure battery at home, because I've been having to jump start it off that a couple of times. And when it's been really cold, when you put it into reverse, the parking sensor's obviously frozen up, and it's completely they're staying all the time. There's another weird one as well, whereby when you have the Caravan hooked up, there is a beep in the back of the car. So when you indicate, it beeps to let you know that the lights are working on the Caravan through the towing wiring loom. That's been coming on without the Caravan on. So sometimes it's really cold, you put the indicators on and that comes on. So there's all sorts of little things coming up on the car. Now after a while, when it gets a little bit warmer, they clear. So where am I going today? I'm going to take it to the garage, and the garage that we're going to is one that we've used for quite a few years, and the guy there, Chris, is a time served, did his apprenticeship at Ford, so he's well aware of Ford vehicles. And on speaking to him, he said he's aware of this issue in the past in terms of faults appearing, and he said it's something to do possibly with dampness or water in the electrics, or what I wanted to check is the battery to make sure that's okay, but the battery's not 3 years old, I don't think, and the alternator, make sure the alternator's charging up, but also clear the faults as well. Now my theory is, and it's probably nowhere near, is we have a sloped driveway, which when the car's parked on the driveway, it slopes down so it's facing in, and the water is possibly running down the roof, down the windscreen, and then into where the electrics are, which are near the bulkhead underneath the bonnet. Now that could be true, that could be a complete made up myth by myself, but again, that's something else that we kind of need to consider. So he said he can sort it out. He said there's, he's seen it before, there's no major problem, and he should be able to sort that out. For us, it's more annoying than anything else, because if you've got one of these Ford Kugas or a Ford, if there's a warning light comes up on the dashboard, it automatically puts the engine into limp mode. Now during the summer months, we've had no problems whatsoever with it. There's been no problems with it. It's towed fine. As a tow car, it's absolutely fantastic. It tows the car like a dream, so there's no problems there. But during the winter months, it doesn't like the cold. It doesn't, a bit like me, it doesn't like the cold and it doesn't like the winter. So we're going to take it over to the garage, leave it with him for the day, and then see what he comes up with, and hopefully we shall have an update for you a bit later on. See you later. Right, we have picked the car up. We're on our way home. Not as bad as we thought, really. Basically, the battery was goosed on it. It was absolutely knackered. Now, we've actually had that one on for 3 years, and it's out of warranty. We got it from Alfred's, but he's put us a new battery on, cleared the faults that were on there. There are no other faults showing on the car whatsoever. Whoa, stop. I've spoke too soon. You wouldn't believe it. Anyway, the day after we picked it up, I thought I'd give the car a good wash and a good clean. hoovered it all out, nice and bonny, all done, looked like a new car, really. Anyway, so after I'd done that, me and Molly decided that we would go to nip to Asda to get some supplies. We got down to the bottom of our road, there's a right turn, and we turned right, and there was an almighty bang, a real quite a loud noise, and we both looked at each other, no idea what it was. The car didn't feel like anything was wrong, so I kind of carried on a little bit further, and every time I went into or some sort of uneven road surface or a grid or something, it was making an horrible sound from the near side. So I pulled over, had a look, couldn't believe it, the coil spring has snapped. About a year or so ago I had the front offside one done, and now the near side coil spring has snapped. Couldn't believe it. And actually when we came back from obviously we stopped to check it, and we were coming back, and I could see the piece of coil spring in the road when it had just actually shattered, and then sprung it out the side of the car. I'll show you a picture of the coil spring because he's taken it off. Yeah, so we've had the coil spring replaced, it completely snapped, and again, touching wood, hopefully everything is going to be alright. So back to the original story. So he's checked it out, checked all the wiring, just basically give it a good once over, checking through everything, and everything seems to be okay. So hopefully that will be the end of that, obviously with a new battery on. I did ask about towing, in terms of obviously when you've got it connected up to the Caravan and you're putting power through to the Caravan, is that going to take you know, some more out of the battery? And it possibly does, but the electrics, the towing electrics are all geared up for that, and we did when we had the tow bar fitted, we had the electrics specifically for the car, so you know, they should be all right, and they've actually got a lifetime guarantee on the towing electrics on this car when we had the tow bar fitted. So yeah, that's that. Hopefully it's going to be all right. Only time will tell. The car is now 10 years old, so it's only done 67,000 miles, which is not a great deal of mileage for 10 years old in May, I think, something like that, and it's not a great deal of mileage for a car of that age. But we will be looking at having the cam belts done, and our mechanic guy there, he'll be able to do that for us. So that's another job that will be done later on this year. So touching wood, hopefully everything's going to be okay with it, and he was close, that truck then. Anyway, so that should be okay, and we should be all set for when we do eventually start touring again. So thanks for watching, take care, stay safe out there, we'll see you soon, bye bye.